Okay, hey guys. Today I'm reading the creepypasta Seven Gates of Hell. Since, well, holloween and creepypasta. So let's get this started. Some say on Halloween night, if you go past 7 black gates, you will see the 7 gates of hell. I thought it was a myth at first, until I tried it. I went past 7 black gates around my neighborhood, then I went to sleep. My dreams were in furious fire, then it stopped. There was a man, tall and bulky. His eyes were rather squinted, which shows he's old. His legs and hands were thin and looked like he can barely support his own weight. He spoke with a scratchy, dying tone. He said, "Emocht ot etch enough sagle of le." He chuckled and opened the gate. My whole body became numb, moving on its own. I could not fight it. Struggling did not work. I gave up trying to fight it, and struggling without control, I went past the first gate. Gate 1. I saw fire showing the corpses that were horribly mutilated, desecrated, and burnt. They were sobbing so loudly that I couldn't hear the crackles of the fire. One came to me with one eye and bullet holes all over him. He said, "We are the desecrated corpses who did not get a proper burial. We are to stay here till Judgment Day." I went past him to the second gate. It was in a building. Gate 2. I was in a dungeon. There were people tied up, screaming in pain. One was being sawed in half very slowly, and his body kept healing, ready to be sawed again. One was in the Iron Maiden, with the door being closed and opened, and the body looked normal as ever. A man in an executor's mask said to me, "We are the tortured by our own devices." I went past him to the exit. I walked to the third gate. Gate 3. This time I was in a forest. This time it was silent except for a few yells. There was a man hanging from a noose. Another one fell off a cliff. Repeated and fell off again. I was running away from what I saw. A horribly burnt woman chasing after me. I already know what this one was. These were the people who committed suicide. I ran to the fourth gate. It was in a palace. Gate 4. I was in there. I saw emperors, politicians, and really wealthy people. An emperor being gnawed on by lions. The lions ripped a limb out or slashed him. The part grew back. A politician being beaten by what looked like to be shadows in prisoners' clothes. A man in a suit came to me and said, "We are the corrupted people, the people who used our power to help ourselves, not the people." I walked to the next gate, the 5th. Gate 5. I was in another room. There was a man tied up on a bed, lashed by floating spiky leather ropes. A woman was being burnt by a lighter. Her screams and cries were muffled by a cloth that was used as a gag. A rather large man came up to me and said, "We are the rapists, the sex offenders, paying for our crimes on earth." I ran to the 6th gate. I was in a room again. I saw a man and woman being stabbed, their wounds healing. Almost immediately, another person was being buried alive, another being hit and jabbed. by a floating metal bar. I knew who they were. They were the people who are murderers, being harmed in the way they killed their victims. The exit was the seventh gate, the final one. The nightmare is almost over. It's almost over, I said to myself. Gate 7. I saw outside. I saw a man wearing a shroud over his head, coated with explosives. He blew up, regenerated, and blew up again. Another one was being beaten, stabbed by sharp metal objects, and burned by torches and lighters and matches. They were held by people who looked like shadows. One of them came to me and said, "They are the mass murderers, the terrorists, the suicide bombers." I am a shadow of one of his victims, beating him and taking revenge for killing us on Earth. I ran to the exit. Then I woke up in the morning. I became horribly scared. The images of what I saw ran through my head. In fact, that was all I could think about for the whole year. It became Halloween again. I didn't dare to go outside at night. I just went to bed. It took me a while to sleep. When I did, I was in front of the first gate of hell, where a teenager like me. He was staring at me. He was shocked to see me. Then my body became numb. I couldn't control myself. I said to him in a scratchy, dying tone, "Emot od edge never sag Lee." I chuckled and opened the gate for him. After he went inside, with an expression that looked like he was going to fight something and struggle, I looked at myself in a goblet filled with what looked like blood. I saw the gatekeeper. I became the gatekeeper. In fact, I am the gatekeeper. Well, that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you want me to do for Vlogmas. And this was my first creepypasta. Let me know how I could improve, and well, bye guys.